Nothing But the Words, episode number 69, Coach Yourself Past Your Doubts.
Welcome to Nothing But the Words, the podcast that gives you everything you need to know to write a phenomenal book. Now here's your host, your author coach, Candace L. Davis.
Hey there, and welcome to Nothing But the Words. I'm your author coach, Candace L. Davis. I hope your week and your writing are both going really, really well. Over the weekend, I sent a kind of maybe whiny, maybe a little bit self-indulgent message to my life coach about how I was struggling with a goal that I want to accomplish this month. Yesterday was the very first day of the month. So I was already sending her a message about how I was struggling. Her response was so good, friends. She poked at my doubt a little bit just to test it out. And then she reminded me of the tools I have in my own toolbox to be able to accomplish this goal. Same tools I use with my own coaching clients. Not even 24 hours later, I now have no doubt at all that I will achieve this goal this month, August 2021. That's the power of good coaching. And that's why I will always have a coach of some kind or several in my corner. Right now, I have two different coaches, a life coach at Be Bold and a business strategist at Rethink Central. In this case, I was messaging with my life coach, and she didn't give me the answer. She didn't solve my problem for me. But she reminded me of my vision for my business, and she pointed me back to the work I needed to do. That's the thing about coaching. Even my business strategist, who often recommends very specific steps I can take to achieve my goals, cannot make decisions for me. She can't take action for me. She can't do the work for me. Although I would sometimes love it if she did. Your coach can never do the work for you. When I coach authors, I offer them a framework for writing a phenomenal book. I provide them with feedback on their book idea and their outline. And in one-on-one coaching, I provide them with feedback on every word they write so they can make their book the very best it can possibly be. Those things are important. But there's another part of coaching that's just as important and sometimes even more so. Probably most of the time, even more so. I coach my clients to get past their doubts. I offer them the tools so they can coach themselves when I can't be there, and I help them get back to writing. Now, if you have never had any doubts in the process of writing your book, congratulations. You are a complete unicorn, and I suggest you buy a lottery ticket. You're really, really lucky. But if you're just a regular human like me, I want to offer you some ways to get past the doubts that will inevitably come up as you're writing your book. Writing a world-class book is not a small goal. It's a big goal. It's not necessarily complicated or difficult, but it is complex. There are lots of moving parts to writing and publishing your book. Writing your book is probably going to happen over the course of several weeks or months, so dealing with your doubts is not just going to be this one-off, you did it, and now you're good. You will likely face different doubts along the way at different times. So where do you start to deal with those doubts? Let's look at an example of an author who has some doubts about her book idea. She started writing, but every time she sits down to write some more, she thinks that there are already too many books on this subject. In fact, one of her mentors has written a book on this topic, and her mentor has a much bigger audience than she has. So why would anyone, she wonders, want to read her book? Here's what I would have her do. Here's what I would have you do in a similar situation. And it's what I do. It's what I went through myself. My coach suggested it to me, and I went through every step of the process. As you can imagine, I believe in writing things down. For most of us, there's a deeper level of processing and understanding that comes from putting pen to paper. So I would recommend you write this exercise in a journal or wherever you want to write it down. Start by writing your vision for your book. This can be one sentence, a few sentences, whatever comes up for you. And then write down the next mini goal you need to achieve to get one step closer to making your vision for your book a reality. It could be as simple as writing 50 pages this month. Next, write down all the reasons why you cannot achieve this goal. Now, if you have no doubt that you can achieve it, is the goal big enough? And are you telling yourself the truth? Write down the reasons. You may not be able to achieve this goal. I don't have enough time. My kids keep interrupting me. My writing isn't that good anyway. I don't know where to start. Now, seriously, if you don't have any doubts, save this exercise for something else. But keep writing all those obstacles until you can't think of any more. For each obstacle, then, Write down exactly how you will deal with it, how you will break through that obstacle. So I don't have enough time might be solved by I'll write in my car on my lunch hour every day, or I'll get up half an hour earlier every day. My kids keep interrupting me is solved by enlisting your partner's help, writing while your kids are sleeping, or bribing the kids with an extra half hour of screen time. No judgment here. There's always a solution, though. There is a way over, around, or through every single obstacle, every single reason why you believe you can't accomplish this goal. I don't know where to start is solved by working with a coach like me, joining a group program like Short Books, Big Results, or just going back to listen to the first few episodes of this podcast. I tell you exactly where to start. Here's the thing. Once you have a solution for every obstacle, they're no longer obstacles. They're just excuses. So keep this list of solutions close by. And whenever you find yourself making an excuse for not working to move your book closer to reality, look for the solution. You've written it down already. And if you haven't written it down, now's the time to do it. You'll have to do the hard work. You're going to have to call BS on yourself through this process. You're going to have to acknowledge when your obstacle is really just an excuse. Review that list. Say the solutions out loud in response to your doubts when they come up. Train your brain to focus on those solutions immediately when the doubts arise. And then commit to accomplishing your next book goal, whatever it is, 50 pages, whatever it is. Commit to accomplishing that book goal no matter what. Here's what my coach said to me about my doubts around my business goal for this month. What if you just decided you were going to achieve this goal in your business this month, no matter what? How you get there is irrelevant. If you honestly believed you were going to make this goal happen with the same emotional connect that you feel when you think the sun will rise again tomorrow, you would not be asking how. You would be getting to work. Do you see how good that is? Believe in your goal like you believe in the rising of the sun tomorrow, and then write accordingly. That is it, my friends. When you believe your success is inevitable, you cannot help but do the work. I invite you to try this process for yourself. If you do, DM me on Instagram at Candace L. Davis and let me know how it goes for you. It's really been a game changer for me. That's all for this episode, my friends. For more writing tips and inspiration, follow me on Instagram at Candace L. Davis. Thanks for listening to Nothing But the Words. I'm your author coach, Candace L. Davis, and I'll see you next time.